Right, thank you and welcome back from that short break. As I told you, this is Light FM Radio Uganda, and Damascus Makeme, also known as the parish priest, co-host. I want to welcome everyone at first session of the show where we had Honorable Sechito Alex, who is contestant for the position of GRC for students with disabilities. I hope the students with disabilities have heard, and I hope you have also heard, so you can share with your friend who has some sort of disability to consider him when the day comes. I am reliably informed that it is on the 14th, next Friday, so we are exactly 1 week away from the polling date. I hope I know that very well. Also, as I told you, we have the contestants coming in. But please remember that in case of anything, any comment, any question, and whatsoever, you can reach us on our phone or on our phone telephone number, that is 8FM radio line 0762 653 648 0762 653 648. You can text us on SMS, you can text us on WhatsApp, and also you can give us a call, give us a voice note, WhatsApp, and call in straight. As I told you, we have another contestant, and now this is a big position. This is the president himself, and I want to welcome him and dive straight into the discussion. Honorable President, you're welcome.
Me FM radio board and I introduce myself as telling people political animal by nature means being a political animal, all challenges concerns of the body. But two, the political thought world, I'm also an aggressive person. I'm talking about aggressive. You don't fear approach the challenge is, and I. But two, you don't fear someone is wrong, and that's why I'm here. Let me introduce myself fully. I'm called, before I introduce myself fully, I want to wish people this period of Easter. Our God Jesus Christ died and eventually resurrected. Wish you a happy Easter as we contemplate upon Lord Jesus' resurrection, so that you can also do good things for us. I'm called WANYAMA EMMANUEL, aka ISO official Nelonyama, and I am here at FM Enable Leadership. Thank you so much for us.
I don't think you really can stand a chance to miss what we've just heard. Being aggressive, and of course approaching a problem, approaching a challenge and solving it. This evening's discussion shall be seeing how he will be approaching the numerous challenges that Makerelians face, the numerous challenges that government students face, the numerous challenges that private students face, the numerous challenges that other leaders have been facing, and others definitely could not do anything about them. But the name is also very interesting, WANYAMA Emmanuel, it by ICE official. I think I need some time to learn more about that. But anyway, you're welcome to the show, and we also wish you a good Easter. But right now, we want to know what you're going to do. So why out of all positions are you coming for this guild? But before that, maybe your fellow students would want to know, or your electorate would want to know, why you're coming for guild, which college, which year, which course. I think they ought to know the person they are voting for, to that extent that we actually have a guild president who is a law student in such and such a year and all that. Okay, whatsoever. So maybe the college and the course and the year. You could also tell us about the hall of residence. I mean, we need clear introduction of what of the person we are going to vote for. I think that is going to be a good idea.
Thank you so much, great of tonight. Again, introduce myself. I'm called WANYAMA EMMANUEL, ISO official, in bachelor's in arts, in social sciences, majoring in public administration. I'm attached to Nkrumah Hall, my beloved hall. It was appreciated because of the name, because we are really truly political animals. Number 2, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a member of choose, and I don't deny that, and I think I am the only eligible candidate coming from that side. Because we have been electing people in the same category, after winning, that having to approach, they start being aggressive. But for me, WANYAMA EMMANUEL, aka ISO official, I'm here for dependable leadership. I think moderator have now visited the population, my college and my residence.
I think that makes a lot of information, and it keeps your electorate very aware of the person they are going to vote in and the person they are going to interest with their votes. So, Mr. WANYAMA, why Guild? Why not GRC? Why not chairman of Nkrumah Hall? Why not chairman of Choose? Why Guild? Let's start from there.
Thank you so much. Actually, it's a very interesting question. I have this question, by the way. Why Guild? Why not GRC? When I joined here in first year, University. Also, actually, eventually, I was participating in politics because I supported Dangote. I was actively in that position of supporting. I was a mobilizer. The reason why I was supporting Dangote is that I saw him coming up with a motto which I really liked. That is breaking chains of tyranny. But after Mr. Dangote going into the guildship, I did not see anything of breaking the chain of tyranny. Instead, he joined administration and they started passing laws which are affecting us today. Have even affected his vice president, that is Nantabi. Nantabi is being affected because they did not work upon these things from the beginning. When I saw all this, I said, I think this is the right time we need an aggressive leader. I think this is the right time we need a leader for dependable. Put me, and if you put me in power, I won't run away. I'll be around to fight for you. As some of us, we are ready to fight for the population of Makerere fraternity as long as we are chaste, but when you have left a legacy. That is me. But we are here voting people, giving them jobs instead of voting people with service delivery. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so that is a good pace of discussion, being dependable and not and representing the people that you need, that voted for you, the people that you entrusted you with the power. I think that is okay, but that is a good discussion. So I've learned of the incidents that is going on. Some candidates have suspended their campaigns because of what happened. What do you make of that? Apparently, some guild contestants have been disqualified. What do you think about that? What is your say about that? As a fellow contestant, have you also suspended your campaigns, or are you continuing to campaign? And what do you think about the disqualified contestants?
Thank you so much. That incident happened on campus. Went there to see my competitors. Happened that night, and I just received a call telling me for that incident. But number one, we should understand that what is happening now is supposed to be stopped by the current regime, and if it did not stop, that's why they tested it. These people have been testing us, and for us, we have been just seeing it coming. They first tested us on the current government of Dangote, whereby everything used to be passed without anyone, number one, carrying out a peaceful demonstration. We started with the Lumumba. Remember, they closed Lumumba, saying that they are going to renovate it. But we should allow that Lumumba was a home, number one, was a home for freedom, was a home for human rights. Because those people would come out and they air out their grievances and would be worked upon. That closure gave a room, the administration, knowing that anytime, even though we do anything, nothing will happen. Number two, they brought this issue of suspensions, which are anytime they can suspend you. Rather, right now I'm on this Light FM radio. Find me tomorrow, sending me a letter that they have suspended me also. But about these people going away from belt, I want to say this, that it's not proper, and I also don't support it. And I'm also in the process of winning the team or suspending myself in the electoral process. I'm in the process, and I'm analyzing, I'm carrying out my analysis, what happened, what transpired, was it improper, but also we should allow that. Why was it that the candidates were in the same area? The EC should organize where each candidate should be allocated for campaigns instead of dividing.
See, they cannot organize because the guild constitution and the statute state that all electoral processes are supposed to be virtual. So why are you moving physical? You cannot demand them to organize physical rallies when the statute and the constitution stipulate that actually it should be virtual rather. Or do you think the virtual stuff is all fallacy and you need a physical one?
So much. Here I can tell you that the quantas of the Habahu, the Catalans of the Who, is to get a solution. You can't tell me that someone from Ginger is going to give me a vote without seeing me, without even just seeing a mere poster. Even some of us, we are not in those groups. How are those people going to see our manifesto? How are those people going to interact with us so that you can get a vote? I think we are not allowed to put posters, are not allowed to move. Whether they find you moving alone, so that you are campaigning physically. I want to tell the EC, it should limit on the laws which are put on the guild race. This time, maybe they are trying to show us they have someone they are in support with. You can't tell me that no one now am I in all groups of Makerere? And this thing is too expensive because you are not in the group of medicine. People won't hear from you. I have their manifesto, which is of government-sponsored students who are not getting their money. They can't get it because they have not made the guild president to speak to them. It should be physically so that I can meet my people and I give them my full manifesto so they can pick interest in it. This issue of saying that virtual, if someone votes someone that he doesn't know, is it really proper? Is it okay as EC? Is it proper for this cause?
Yeah, that is very pertinent questions being raised there, and we hope that we shall get responses. Remember, you can be part of the discussion by giving us a call on 0762 653 648. You can as well text an SMS or WhatsApp call, rather a WhatsApp message, WhatsApp voice note, or you can give a direct call on that number 0762 653 and 648. So, you, Honorable Wanyama, you do not associate yourself with the virtual process of electoral process. You do not associate yourself with the virtual electoral process. Are you going to follow the virtual electoral process, or you will actually try as hard as you can to ensure that you do the physical part, even if minimally or even if not openly? Are you steering yourself to do that physical part because of the benefits of a physical campaign that you've just highlighted?
Thank you so much. When we were having orientation, he was the first guild president to speak about, because we got threats from DPC of Wandegia and officer of Makerere. It's the Department of Gas. That's that if you do physical, we are going to be tear gassed. If you make posters, we are going to be tear gassed. I stood up as WANYAMA Emmanuel, aka Mitpai official. I told DPC and the officer that for me, I'm going to carry out what you call physical campaigns. But all of us, we should allow that all those people who contested, it means that they wanted, they allowed the EC's direction. Because if we did not allow it, then it means we wouldn't have contested at the moment. all of us we allowed to follow the EC by contesting, and it means that we allowed being the election to be virtual. The only challenge we should use, just use virtual. I can't come on air and I say that I'm doing physical. Let us be virtual. So that when you put WANYAMA EMMANUEL in power, I guarantee you that in my first 2 weeks, I'll be on streets for Lumumba, I'll be on streets for students' welfare. This is helping us to reach there to get an aggressive leader. Because if you don't do that, then the hill is dying away. The hill is becoming a secondary university. We should first use virtual. For me, I'm using virtual, by the way. That's why I'm always moving, although I told them that I'm doing physical. Because the reason why I'm doing virtual, if I'm put there, I'm telling you that my hill is going to get a leader who is aggressive, a leader who is ready to fight for their rights. And all those things of physical elections will be back without any minute.
So the physical elections, the physical electoral process will be back in your term. Meaning things will come. The regime that follows you will definitely be organizing and having and enjoying their full political rights of association and having a physical electoral process. I think that is a great thing, fighting for Lumumba and all that. So, honorable contestant, you are a student from Choose. You are a student from Choose and you are attached to Northcote, yes, in Nkrumah Hall, and you are saying you want to fight for Lumumba. Why are you talking about Lumumba? Don't you talk about the lights in Northcote not there, the taps stolen and or dismantled? I don't know the other things. Why are you talking about Lumumba?
Thank you so much. I think family, your parent is moving out. She leaves money for food and for basic needs, not so. Although the parent is going to give other people money, but at home is always home, where you start from. So, when I was on debate on some television, I talked about a student, a government-sponsored student, wanted to poison himself because of waiting the money for 3 days and even not eating for 3 days. He was waiting for government money. People don't get that money because they think the administration is not giving them money. Give them only 100 over 70k, which is after 4 months. A student from Nkrumah wanted to poison himself. And I wonder why such things are happening when you have a leadership which was voted by the students. But the reason why I'm fighting for Lumumba, these people have their right to stay in their hall of residence, have their right to come back, and they live the way they used to live. So the reason why a guild president is supposed to do that, because I'm a guild president of Makerere University, not a GRC of a whole. I'm a guild president of Makerere University. And the home is always home. That's why I'm fighting for Lumumba.
Home is home, and you're a student of university, not only the student of Nkrumah. I think that is a good point to note for everyone, that be your brother's keeper. If you're comfortable in Nkrumah, you have to be concerned about your friend or your brother in Lumumba and all that. So there is the point of the point you just brought, the point of student who almost committed suicide or attempted to do so because of what you said was hunger or whatever, lack of money. But the government says there is no money. The government students, all they could afford was 33% of the total, and they have not told them what will happen when the balance will come, and don't know when it will come, after the semester or before. What will you do if you're in power? The government is saying they don't have money. The university is saying they don't have money. Because last year they spent a lot, 3 semesters in a year. What will you do? for a good president and such a situation is occurring?
Thank you so much. You talk about that you have money, and when they are carrying out corruption, is money. When they are going to carry out issues concerning the common person, there's no money. I've had these things happening in this regime of NRM, whereby corruption is normal. Stealing money for government supposed students is normal, but giving them their allowances is not normal. We have been even seeing these issues of iron sheets. So we should allow that. There is a lot of corruption in Uganda, and even in all agencies of government. Number two, we should allow that. You can't tell me that there is no money. Where are you expecting that person to live? Because you know that all government things are planned. These students were planned earlier. They are budgeted for. And even the budget passed. The finance minister passed the budget. Even the administration of Makere also allowed the budget. Meaning the money is there. The only thing we should allow is that here is the money. Who is eating the money? And how can we do it to have that money? Number one, the language Makere University understands. We have been having that in many years. We have that language you understand, all of us. I won't air it out. But if Makere University were guild president and you be humble, you don't allow yourself to be aggressive, you won't carry out all the challenges. You won't solve these challenges and concerns of the students. For me, I'm sure that and I'm sure of that the money is there because they budget for these things. Meaning if the money was budgeted, it is there. Just that maybe the administration uses it for their personal interest, then they bring it later after getting the interest. Students. And maybe this time around, the money they have overused it, now the interest is not coming out. That's why you have seen that students are getting very little money after 4 months.
So what will be your action plan if such happens in your regime?
If such happens, my brother, for me, I told you that I'm a political animal by nature. Carry out peaceful demonstrations, to get free spaces, different radio stations, different TVs, out this. Number two, I'll be carrying out what you call documentation, writing letters and taking them to parliament, leader of opposition, and all the concerned people about the issue of the students' welfare. That's when I'm going to do it. When I enter into office of a guild president is very big. You can do anything as long as you are aggressive.
I think Makere has now got what they've been expecting. Dear listener, it is 35 minutes past the hour of 9 p.m. We're still listening to Light Radio, Light FM Radio Uganda. We are an online radio station. Many times people ask for our frequency and I tell them this is an online radio station. You can get us on Zeno Radio app. Download the app from Google Play Store or Apple Store if it's there, and search for Light Radio, and you will definitely be getting us. You'll also be able to share the link. If you do not want to have an app in your phone, definitely just go to your Google engine and search for Light FM, and you will definitely also get us and listen to us. Share the link, tell a friend about this, and let them enjoy together. We have a very beautiful programming every day, Monday to Monday. We do that every time. You can listen to us, share ideas. Today we are doing the political talk show, and I want to remind you that we are exactly 7 days away from the day of election. Unless anything changes, we shall be going to the polls on the 10th of this month. That is next Friday. Studio, in the first hour I had Honorable Sechito Alex, who was testing for the position of GRC for students with disabilities. Currently I have Honorable WANYAMA Emmanuel, who is now contesting for the position of guild president at this Might Hill University. You can be part of the discussion, be part of the show by calling in on phone number 0762653648 0762653648. You can text, you can give an SMS on that same number. You can also give us a voice note rather. You can also share the ideas as you wish to listen to them on WhatsApp message or everything. Just feel to share. Just feel at peace to share with us what you think. You can question the Honorable Guilty President and all that. So, Honorable Guilty President, 2 candidates disqualified. Does that benefit you? What is your genuine thought about?
Thank you so much. 2 candidates being benefit me because democracy, I believe in democracy. If I believe in democracy, all of us, let us go in the race. The winner will emerge a winner. I don't see this that Nantavi and Solomon being disqualified. It doesn't make for me anything. Number 2, I'll talk to my people and I have the confidence that my people will vote me. So Nantavi and the man being taken away does not benefit me at all, because I wanted them to be on the ballot so that we can share our manifesto and the people will pick who's the best. I'm not saying that this time around that it's benefiting me. No, it's not benefiting me. Actually, it is affecting me because people are seeing loopholes in the EC or the student elections this time around.
Seeing the loopholes in EC about student elections this time round. And have this discussion over and over again. Have a phone call coming in right away.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening to you, comrades.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you know the person we are talking to? And
my name is Henry Jovan. I'm calling from Chikome.
Yes, Henry.
I've been hearing all that Mr. Mitpai has been saying, but I don't know if I joined in late. What I would like to know, because I think he said out his manifesto, but maybe before I had joined. But I would like to hear his manifesto, because I've heard him saying he's going to fight for our rights. When he's going to put up these demonstrations when things go wrong. But before I want to listen to his manifesto and I see if has the capability of me giving him my vote, because I treasure so much my vote to bring in a candidate that will fight for my rights on behalf of me, my fellow students, and the university at large. So that's what I would like to hear from you right now.
Thank you, comrade. Thank you for calling.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the presentation. I think I've heard everything is so nice.
Thank you.
Welcome, brother.
All right. Definitely.
Very nice.
We are and definitely here want to know clear manifest. I'll give you to interrupted a minute what you will definitely think is the Makererians, such that they get you clearly. We can go in the discussion, pick a few calls and messages, and we close.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That question. These are the things I've been waiting for, and I love that question so much because I was actually waiting to introduce my manifesto, but I was just tapping in one by one. The moderator was waiting for the chance from the. Since you have asked me that question and I have been given an opportunity to introduce some of them, my brother, I'm going to introduce you this manifesto, and you'll never forget WANYAMA EMMANUEL, aka Mitpai ISO official, April next Friday. My number 1 manifesto is loan scheme. Should allow that a loan scheme used to be a very virtual and good thing. Loan scheme, getting a loan and doing your exams, we have been getting challenges of other candidates being chased away because of forging permits. And yet, the government used to release a loan scheme to help money person. This money instead is used by the big people in the administration of Makere, big people working even in the loan scheme area, by giving their children and daughters or loans. and using that money was has even totally not benefited the common person, because the loan scheme was meant for a common person, someone from the village, someone from Karamoja, someone from Manafo, where I'm coming from. It has not helped. And number two, about losing marks. The thing has been happening since people have been complaining about marks loss. But for me, I have this idea, my brother, who are watching us and our interviewers from different perspectives. We should allow that other lecturers are still illiterate about ICT. I'm not talking in a bad way, but we should allow that other lecturers have a challenge with using new modern of technology, and that is ICT. You find the lecturer who had been here for over 25 years, old, he's in his 60s, meaning he doesn't know anything about ICT. If he marks these papers, enter into computer, he makes also a lot of mistakes. What would administration do? And you pay our money. Administration should employ younger, intelligent secretaries, these lecturers. After lecturer finishing marking like this the papers, we should allow the secretary to start entering the marks in the portal. Number two, we should allow the update of the portal to be more effective, because it limits the population to enter data. Like it only allows 100 students entry. We should allow this system to be updated more to allow a big number of students to enter. Another thing is that 15% increment school fees, they increased 15%. Of us, we saw it, people are complaining, have not worked upon. We also have the 5% increment on the issue of school fees. And yet, Makerere University is a government university. Why is it having a lot of school fees? Why is it putting a lot of school fees on someone who is common, someone who is also having a dream of his or her daughter to study in Makerere University? Those days, someone would even sell a cow to bring the daughter of or a son to Makerere University. Nowadays, it is very hard to bring someone, because living is hard, tuition is expensive, even welfare is expensive. Another issue is about closing of Lumumba. That one I'm going to hold it. If I go through like this, my second week, I'm going to do that by carrying out what we call aggressiveness. People of Lumumba, they will join me, I know that. Another issue is about government students. I have a plan for government students. People are getting less money. They're getting money. Someone has been around for 4 months and you give someone very little money, which cannot even cater for his housing, accommodation, which cannot cater for his eating, basic needs. People have been crying. That's why I told that interface on Twitter, told the boy who wanted to poison himself because of spending 3 days without eating. And he was a government student. People, most of them are medicine, most of them are social workers. They are facing a challenge, and some are lawyers. Should allow that these people should be worked upon in time, because their parents don't give them money. They think that they are catered for by the government, and yet they are not catered for. The thing is hurting me. If they know what is on my heart right now, the administration should allow that new leadership of Wanyama is bring change in Makerere. Another point about fighting for these new laws. These new laws are coming up because we are voting. We are giving leaders jobs, not service delivery. I've seen that the small period of Dangote's government, the new laws have been up, squeezing us. The virtual campaign started. We are still forcing. Suspensions are too much. Do like this, they chase you. Do like this, they chase you. How can you overcome this? You can overcome this by having a committee which will be fighting for these rights, and they should be allowed our grievances at the right time. Another issue, my brother, I'll talk about social events. Events. The Makerere University used to be lovely. If someone will tell that I'm going to Makerere, someone will be happy, even he won't sleep. Nowadays, Makerere is too quiet. Makerere is like a secondary university. We used to have poly nights, polo nights. Things are no longer there. We used to have musicians around, Chikoni around, Chikumi, Wandege. Those things are no longer there. We need to bring them back, because we are mature enough and we should start understanding for ourselves. Another issue I'll talk about disabilities. People with disability have been seeing you people who are being discriminated a lot by the Guild Council. Number one, you don't get any position in government. Or even I don't think if they are going to appointed anybody, but you don't get a position. They don't see you as important people, and yet you are eligible voters. You have your right to participate in elections. For I'm assuring you, as long as I go through, I'm going to give a position, guild, disability, anybody who will be GRC by that time. My two last points talk about elections should stop. My government, I'm going to fight by putting up dialogue which are more productive. Because we have seen that the dialogues which are not productive, they just bring an administrator, they talk about it, and they budget for the money, and they call it a day. I'm going to bring something to remove what you call virtual elections and removed immediately. Number two, about Jinja campus students, when I went there, they complained they don't have a leadership. They don't get money, allowances from the guild council. How are we going to deal with them? We need them to get a regional guild president who will be holding their challenges and concerns, main guild president. Thank you so much. Those are some of my manifesto.
I think, Henry, you've heard what the honorable contestant is going to say. Well, as I said, we are going to expect calls and we are going to receive calls. Remember, you can be part of the show by calling us on 0762 653 653 and 648. So I think someone just flashed us. We hope they will call back and we have the discussion going on. So that is what the guest in studio has told us. It is time to lay out his manifesto. The biggest thing is about. All right, let's receive this call and we continue. Yes, please.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, this is Medad.
Yes, Medad.
Yes, Emma. Yes, I've heard that you are contesting as the guild president, but those people with visual impaired, you have problem of accessibility of some structures. So I don't know the plan which you are having for us to remove that problem with us. People with wheelchairs, they can't climb ladders. There are some buildings with ladders where they can't pass without getting anyone to carry them. So what plan are you having for such a people?
Okay, Dad, he has had that question. Responding right away. You have any other question?
No? Otherwise, if you do that, I think you will be okay. Another problem.
Yes, please.
It is on our those who are, for us who are on government. The money which they give us, it comes late, and now they give us too little. It is not even to the hand of a child. So I don't know whether you will also manage to talk about that so that we can get things in a print and at a time.
Okay, man. Thank you. Responding to that also.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for listening in, please.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Okay, that's Medad calling in from. He didn't tell us where he's calling in from, but thank you, Medad. Thank you for that. And I hope the guest here has picked his two questions and he will be responding to that, and then we shall be doing our very last part of the show. So, Honorable, you had the questions, respond to that.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much, Medad, being firm and asking questions which are hurting the people of Might Hill, that is Makerere University. You need to have really asked someone who is a political animal and who is ready to answer such. Number one, about wheelchairs, that one we are going to solve, which because even us ourselves have been having that challenge whereby we transport, change the location of lectures. as a member of choose, you have that old age choose. You don't have what you call upper lecture theater, where they don't allow like disabilities and to access the lecture rooms. I've been changing it, like we change locations and we go to CTF1, lower ground level. But that can only be happened by administration, us having a structured plan and taking it to the administration so that they can put a smooth transition walkway disabilities or on all those old the colleges, because these new ones they have a change with all the colleges. That one it need to be updated. And perhaps when we in the debate I also talked about, but what I know, that one is the only solution by putting up a smooth transitional walkways for people with disability. That one will be worked upon because it's a serious matter which cannot be overlooked. Thank you so much. Number one question was, students, the money came late. That is my number 2 manifesto. I'm always talking about it because my roommate is also on government. I know what he was going through, by the way. I know how I was feeling. I know the stories he was telling me. It was for 4 months without getting anything. Some of you pay for yourselves. Some of you have to feed yourselves. Some of you have to dress up. You have to buy materials for studying. I'm telling you, this issue was seriously hurting me at heart. That's why I made it number 2. But my brother made that I'm assuring you that now when you give me your vote, I go as a guild president. The issue of delaying this money, me, I'm going to use my position as a guild president to fight for government students. I've seen these people have been complaining, a lot of dialogues we have been attending in the current government of go to the outgoing. They just talk about and they end there. Someone speaks, Bambi is crying that we government students, you see an administrator saying that we shall work upon. You see a a council leader saying you shall work upon. Are not aggressive. The mention you have been voting, we just love voting vibe. We are not voting aggressive. We are not voting dependable leadership. We come up with mottos which scare us, that breaking chain of tyranny. But for us, we are here for aggressiveness. Number 2, government money is available. The challenge you get is that fight for it, reach you people, and I'm the right person to fight for that money. Reach you in time so that you can budget for it very well. My roommate is also on government. What you guys are going through, and I'm going to fight that. Being aggressive by reaching all social media platforms, reaching all opposition stakeholders to fight for that. Thank you so much, Mr. Medad, for that.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming close to the end of the show. 55 minutes after the hour of 9. We are 5 minutes to the end of the show. Be allowing the honorable guest stand to give in his parting remarks, and then I'll call it a day. We shall then allow other programming to continue, and we want to thank you for listening in from the hour time we began. I want to remind you that we began at exactly 8 and it's now coming to 10. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have now made an informed you are going to give your vote to. So honorable, your parting remarks, and then we call it a day.
Thank you so much. Gallant intellectuals at Hilo Makerere University, I'd love to serve you. Confident that I can make a change. Because when I was still the head prefect of Civil College, I told the administration that they don't have a worker plan themselves, and when I left, things had changed. And I know administration of Makerere, they don't have a worker plan for themselves, and even if that's why it's dying away. The gallant intellectuals, I WANYAMA Emmanuel, aka Meat Pie Ice Official, Bachelor's of Arts in Social Sciences in my second year. Also test me. I'm a political animal by nature. I'm aggressive. I am ready to serve you for dependable leadership. I don't want you to give me your vote and I start using your vote to live a good life. Start not working upon your issues. Start having in 2 hotels. I'm going for benchmarking in other countries. This time, I'll give it to the students of Makerere University because they're the one who voted me. Come 14th April, next Friday, to WANYAMA Emmanuel, aka Meet by ISO official. Dependable leadership. I assure you, your vote won't be wasted. Because your vote counts. Count on WANYAMA Emmanuel. Test him. As talked, it's time for you to test him on 14th April. That will be next Friday. Thank you so much.
Right. Thank you so much, and thank you for coming through, Honorable WANYAMA Emmanuel, Meet by official. And we hope that the electorate have heard you, and we wish you the very best in your race. We wish that you people understand yourselves. Please, I also want to end it here for today. Just 2 minutes to the hour of 10. I hope that we stay peaceful, we stay organized, we love each other. We know that politics is just but a short time thing. After that, life must continue. There can never be more than one winner. We can only have one. And the others that come through, if another one wins, definitely have to embrace that. Just like the going says, in a democracy, majority have their way, the minority have their say. So there is no need fighting on each other, killing each other, and being violent. Let's be peaceful in this electoral commission, in this electoral process, and let's vote for our leaders very well, because we are peaceful. If people had been peaceful, I don't think other Protestants would be having issues being disqualified or attempting to. And I wish you a very good night this evening. Hope that you'll have a good time, you'll have a good Easter period, and meditate upon the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. You, the Christians, the Muslims, also Ramadan, please be fasting, and I know Allah will bless you and encourage you to achieve everything you always wish for. It's very great, and have a good night. And Damascus Makeme, also known as the parish priest for Light FM Radio, I say goodbye and good night. Happy Easter.
It is 10 p.m. Time check on Light FM Uganda.
The great Margaret, Great Britain.